Well, hi, everybody. I'm Bill Bateman, part of the team here at OSTA, the Oregon State Tenants Organization, and we've got some stuff to talk about this December. First, we're going to be talking about food banks and how important they are, especially around the holidays, and then some new courses and classes that are going to be available for you. Come on in and let's get up to date. Well, thanks for stopping in. This OSTA update is happening on the 4th day of December. I cannot believe Christmas is sneaking up so fast. And the holiday season, whatever you celebrate at your house, is always a good time for friends and family. It's a good time for reflection and thinking back, as well as making plans and looking ahead to the new year. One of the things that came up in our park, and this is just last month, because of all the insanity in Washington with the SNAP programs being cut, funds being cut for a lot of different services, we're finding there were folks without food. Now, I know they had a crab buffet at the White House, but a lot of folks in our neighborhood were looking at going without. And we are blessed with some people in this park who are innovators. They've got ideas they want to get fixing, they want to get solving, which I imagine is like you, folks at your park, because OSTA people are active, and we appreciate that. Something came up, and the idea was, I know there are a lot of food banks around the area. Why don't we start a food bank right here in the park? And the idea being, it would be right here in the clubhouse, the community room, and folks wouldn't have to drive over to the church. There's a church in our area that hosts the food bank, and this got some discussion going, and I was really impressed with what we came up with. The idea is, yes, food banks are a sad necessity. It's something that's going to happen for a ways down the road, but starting yet another food bank is not a good idea. And here's why. If you're going to donate to a food bank, please do. I know during December especially, because holidays are especially tight, and with the SNAP and food stamp problems, more and more people are going to be needing to take advantage of that service. So supporting it it's a no-brainer. That's what we do at our house, and we are fortunate that someone in our park is part of the Green Bag program. Now, I don't know if this is all over Oregon, but I do know it's quite big in our area, and they are literally green bags which you fill up with food and you leave out a certain day of the week, and they're picked up by volunteers and they go to a food bank in our area. We started looking at what it takes to run a food bank. First of all, there's the soliciting the donation. There's the picking up the donations. There's the sorting and categorizing the donations. There's storage. There's safety. There's making sure that the cans are in date, or if it's bread or other baked goods, that they are within time. You don't pass out stale or unusable or perhaps even moldy products. There is a lot of work that goes into running a food bank. And if you're doing it, thank you. Your efforts are not going without being noticed. To try and start another one, a competing food bank, it would then lower the donations to the existing structures and require you to set up a lot of things you may not be expecting. I know that security is something that you're not going to want to have to deal with, and having folks breaking in, because it can happen. It does happen. So let's look at supporting your local food banks, especially at the current time, and working to build donations and to coordinate so you don't end up with nothing but cans of soup, when in fact you also need rice and beans and things like that. So if you want to be an innovator, if you want to be helping with the food shortages, yes, support your food bank. We're supporting the Green Bag program in our area. That's in the Southern Oregon, Ashland, Phoenix, Medford area. And if you have a program in your area, or you have some innovative ideas, please use the address at the front and share them with me, and I'll include them in another OSTA update. Another thing we do in our park that's worked out very well, we have occasional potlucks and holiday-related dinners. And, for example, after Thanksgiving, we were fortunate enough to have a couple of turkeys that got cooked, and we're looking at the carcasses. And somebody finally said, I could put that carcass to work. So in addition to passing out the leftovers to folks who might be interested in having those, we found that by rendering those carcasses down, we got both extra meat and we got some very good turkey broth, turkey soup fixings. And it wasn't long before we were making turkey noodle soup, or if you haven't tried it, turkey tetrazini with some of that leftover meat is going to replace some of the turkey sandwiches that seem to pop up after the holidays. So there's a lot of ways to get extra mileage out of your leftovers, and by putting your collective heads together, you can come up with some really good ideas. So again, if you've got a suggestion, if you've got an idea, the address is at the front of the podcast. Please share it, and I will include it in future OSTA updates. Also coming up, and I'm kind of tickled about this, I work with OLLI, the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Southern Oregon University, and it is a program designed to, and it's a volunteer program, I'm not getting paid for this, it's a volunteer program to share courses and information with seniors, and it's everything from preparing your will or end-of-life choices to real estate, to psychological, to playing the harmonica. I have proposed a course for OSTA, and it's basically going to be how to start your own OSTA chapter. What are some of the problems happening in parks? What are some of the solutions? And what are some of the tasks we need to come together and fix? The big one, of course, being the enforcement of the rules and regulations, and getting maybe the Attorney General involved in the enforcement arm of the violations that we're seeing by a lot of these big corporations. So we are going to be offering this course. First of all, if OLLI approves it, I've just submitted it. I turned it in actually the 1st of December, and I got a letter, yep, we got it. I'm hopeful that they'll pick it up, and if so, I'd like to invite you all to take that course. If not, it's going to be available through OSTA. So stay tuned. If you're interested in organizing your park and the idea of trying to book one of us to come out and help you do it, because we will and we do, that's another option. But having this course in a actual video format with some supported written materials is a good way that you and your friends can sit down and organize together and get things happening. So stay tuned. It's just the early part of the month. I'll be knowing fairly shortly what they're going to do about it, and I will keep you up to date. And in either case, I'll be either presenting an OLLI course that you can take part in, or we'll be working here directly through OSTA to make sure you've got the information you need to come together and start moving forward. Okay, that's all for this update. We have more ahead, obviously, and I hope everybody at your house is settling down, getting ready for a nice holiday season, and kind of keep things in perspective. It's family, it's friends, and it's planning for tomorrow, and we hope you're going to be able to do that at your house. Until then, this is Bill Bateman. We look forward to chatting with you soon. Be safe. The preceding program was a presentation of Retired Guy Productions.